welcome to your astrology forecast for July 15th, 2015. So, today Venus in Leo squares Saturn in Scorpio. Now, this transit has probably been occurring for a little bit now and will continue to be in action until they get further apart. So, anyways, Venus in Leo has been really about having a good time, really enjoying yourself, being very creative, and having fun in your relationships and being maybe more childlike and also having a good time with your children may have occurred a lot as well, and having maybe a slightly easier time with them as well. And then with it squaring Saturn in Scorpio, Saturn is now bringing us back down to reality, and we have to get back to responsibilities and tempering shared resources potentially, and making sure not to overdo it as much anymore. And there could be some tensions that get brought up because of all the good times and now, having to face reality. It's kind of like the stark contrast to all those good times, the waking up the next day and realizing, oh God, what did I do? All this money was spent, all this food was eaten. I'm gaining weight, and no, I'm just kidding. But that kind of thing could be an issue at this time, and that you are basically waking up from this good time you've had, and Saturn is just like, okay, it's really time now to take care of your responsibilities and get back on top of shared responsibilities and whatnot. So, anyways, the moon in Cancer conjuncts Mercury and Mars, so they're all in Cancer together, and that alone is really about becoming very aware of how you're feeling and confronting certain emotions and really being present for your emotions, and also being able to communicate about those emotions in a very effective manner. Of course, there could be a tendency to be a bit blunt about how you're feeling, or very just unrefined even at times, very raw about how you're feeling, maybe a little snappy at times, who knows. But ultimately, it's going to help you be very clear and set boundaries and be able to just clearly communicate what it is you're feeling, and that sort of thing. And it could even mean that you have a very good heart-to-heart conversation with your family, and also about your home in some way. Maybe there needs to be things that need to be dealt with in the home, that where if you have a conversation and just deal with it head on, it's probably the best bet. And even just having more action in the home and more organization even potentially, but mostly making it feel better. And so that could be a thing that comes up as well. Now, this opposes Pluto and Capricorn. This whole stellium pretty much opposes Pluto and Capricorn. Pluto and Capricorn, on the other hand, is going to be bringing up some really intense, deep, dark emotions that will cause some tensions to all these other things, and make you very aware of what's going on at an unconscious level, and could even make us more aware of what's going on at an unconscious level when it comes to our outer world, our outside world. And so we might even have to, it's another kind of facing reality thing. There's a sort of a theme here with that. But Pluto and Capricorn could basically bring up things about how you're feeling when it comes to your career and your public standing, and maybe even authority figures, of course. So these tensions are probably going to be brought up, and you might need to confront some emotions about these things and really have a good conversation about what's happening under the surface for you, even if it's not related to your home or your career. Of course, it's going to be different for each of us because Capricorn and Cancer are in different parts of each of our charts. So wherever it is in your chart will indicate where these things need to be confronted and brought up. All these unconscious feelings or unconscious thoughts even need to be confronted and communicated about or dealt with in some way. And then also the moon in Cancer conjunct Mercury and Mars. Earlier in life, it trined Neptune, so there could have been a lot of escapism and fantasizing or imagining things and just kind of being off in the intuitive, emotional realm. And so this opposition to Pluto and Capricorn really is kind of like bringing us back to reality and kind of having us have to deal with real life in whatever way or shape or form that you've been maybe escaping real life or something in some way, potentially. So, yeah, and then, of course, it becomes a new moon later that day, later on tonight. So, this new moon is somewhat special, though, because it's trining Chiron in Pisces and squares Uranus in Aries within a few, like 2 degrees or so for those. So the new moon in Cancer alone is really about finding a new beginning in our emotional state, in our homes, and with our families, and being able to tune into our emotions at a very conscious level, become very aware of what those emotions are, and be able to get our heads and our hearts in alignment, basically be able to really collect our feelings and understand where we are, who we are, and what we're doing or where we're going. I just wanted to say that. I don't know if that's it sounded good, but no, I mean, it really is about collecting yourself and coming into alignment and being more in alignment emotionally and with who you are. But the where you're going thing, I was just going on. Anyways, trining Chiron in Pisces. Chiron in Pisces, of course, is just bringing up old wounds, and so old emotions are being cropped up, old things, old feelings, randomly, like, what is this, that kind of thing could happen, and it could be related to, family and just your past, even. Now, with its square Uranus and Aries is wanting us to just let go of those things. Be free of those things. Completely just, like, let it go. And Chiron in Pisces, of course, is also about, like, dissolving those things and healing those things. So this is really just a call for healing and being able to just let things go and, start a new page, make a fresh start, clear away the cache, clear your cache. Clear your cookies. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but, let things go and start afresh, start anew, And so, yeah, but there could be some tensions that get brought up around maybe needing to break free when you feel like you're not able to or something. Maybe you feel like you have to stick close to home or something or whatever, and you're getting a rise of adventure. That could also happen as well with the square between the new moon in Cancer and Uranus and Aries. So that's, another thing altogether. But ultimately, it's kind of confronting some old stuff and then letting that stuff go and then going into new stuff, new feelings, new fresh perspectives, you could say, especially because Uranus kind of helps you gain a wider awareness, and you could even gain a wider awareness about all these feelings that you've had and all these different experiences that cause those feelings, and being able to look at those things objectively, and maybe in the grander scheme of what your lessons were, being able to kind of understand what the, why all this happened, or why, and don't get too caught up in the why, because sometimes it doesn't even matter. You just, what's done is done, but there's potential for you to gain a wider awareness and be able to just allow it to be let go, because you realize, what's done is done. So, yeah. Okay, that's it for today. I will be back soon talking about some of the recent retrogrades that have occurred and continue to be retrograde, and I'll let you know when they end as well. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I do appreciate it, and I will see you again, hopefully in the comments. Alright, bye!